Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to another live stream. Today I'm going to play some Madden, and I'm going to continue my here. I'm going to website, continue playing. Alright, so we are going into the final week of the radio here. We can see I'm playing Miami, 50-year-old right now. Take a look. Oh, what are we mind, huh? He will tell him what like going into the final week. So far we have a Patriot, a Tate, a Pencil, a Fighter, and a Packer. It's a whale right now. So let's take a look at the AFC. So far the Patriots are only what is a whale right now from the AFC. AFC, the full team is a whale right now. So right now, the AFC North, it looks like it's going to be a battle between Theo, a Pencil, and a Razor. They are all right near each other. It's going to be a two final week. And what I hear is going to be a battle between Flatterfield and International. They both have the same record. So mostly, probably whoever wins will make it, and maybe the other team may not. So I don't know. Find out after hit week. And his one already hit, I want it already. What I hear is going to be a battle between Tesla, a Flahoo, and a Fleet. What like, I hear fourth battle here. What like, oh, where might he out? What like a battle here between Minnesota and a Packer. Or look like whoever wins will win the AFC North, and the other team probably gonna take a wild card. Pin here on the battle between a Tate and a Pencil. Whoever wins will win the AFC South, and the other team probably gonna take a wild card. Here, it looks like it's going to be a battle between a Cowboy and Washington. And he went. Wow. And here, it looks like it's going to be a battle between a Lamb and a Cardinal. Whoever wins, probably going to win the AFC West, and the other team is probably going to be out. It looks like. Look like maybe wild card or hit maybe? No. I don't know. Someone's gonna hit a wild card. Well, I don't know who, but yeah, only a 3 week of Mario season has hit a lot of whale pop up the flat in his final week. Alright, well, I only hit everything. So we have Tom Brady, he's able to play, and Crystal is able to play, so that's two. Alright, let's do it. Alright, final week of the regular season. Here's a Patriot, so he and all. And here we go. And before you guys know, if you hear my dog fall here from that one, he's quiet right now. He may fall sometime, so before you guys know, I'm down here right now. I'm not in my room. Alright, here we go.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features a very good pass rush. The Dolphins are top 10 in total sacks, and they'll be up against a Patriots offensive line that wants to shut that down. So for the call of this Week 17 matchup, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. It is a hot and humid afternoon as we get set for football in the southern part of the Sunshine State in Miami, Florida. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Guyton, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one, and they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they come in at 15-0, 1 win short of a perfect regular season.
And it's something we've only seen a couple of times. Miami in 1972, New England in 2007. We know they're not going to mail it in. They're going to go
So the Patriots now to take over on offense. And they're led out by a guy who's done just about everything you could ever imagine to do in this league, the great Tom Brady.
It's been a lot of fun watching him develop in his career. But that will to win, he's had that probably since birth, and it transmits itself throughout his entire ball club. Watching him play, it can be an absolute joy unless you're on the other team.
Brady now on first down.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, you see my fault. Alright. Alright. What are you on? Sorry about that, you high.
Brady to throw on second down. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Amendola. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Brady now on first down. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. On first down, Brady. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up second down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. It's caught outright, Amendola. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. On first and 10, here's Brady. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Brady to throw again.
I'm waiting for the wall.
Picked off by Rashad Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
Oh, I want to land my head in. Well, yeah, why? 2 points.
The other defense is rated higher than them. You gonna let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
This one caught.
Oh, okay, here he went out.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
That went nowhere.
The play, it'll be second down.
Now that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run. They made you abandon any plans of doing that when you played against them.
They run again with a J. And
No
once
way.
again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So back-to-back plays here where he couldn't get anything on the ground. Now you face a 3rd and 10 and assume you're going to try to pass it, right?
I would think so, because you've tried to run the ball, and really it didn't matter who got the ball in the play because there was no space to go. So that you step back, throw the ball to try and pick up the first down.
He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time, and it's 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was
Yeah,
probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
"46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
Yeah, he went.
To keep where they missed, that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on
Oh my God.
nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks.
Oh my God.
It's intercepted, picked off by Kiko Alonso. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
More now. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now Moore, and his throw is incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. 2 yards to go here on 3rd down.
Let's go! 3-19!
Here's the option going right. He can run for
He hit, yeah.
He'll be called a
He
gain
hit.
of 2, and that'll
Oh,
leave
he knew
him
he
some
did
options
it.
here on
Nice.
4th and inches.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
This is taken as 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
All right, come on, lady.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
There we go.
What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's Brady to throw. As he throws there, incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Blunt, the lone running back. And they'll give it to him here. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple. They'll get the football here.
Oh,
Just a
no.
1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
How
about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Brady's going to sneak it. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So they give it up just on their side of midfield.
Wow, yeah.
And yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them, because they're really outside of field goal range now, all right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
Yeah.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not go.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way,
Ojai hit. He lost the football. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Cameron, left side. Big play there on the catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs.
Head coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Yep. Do it.
So 5 yards remain now. Still first down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked #1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Jordan Cameron is tight end, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's go. Green, 39.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Nope.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this from 37. And Frank's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it...
Yeah, that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down, or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Brady now to throw. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. They'll get 23 yards there. And it'll give the Patriots a first down. Throwing on first down is Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. And right side caught Hogan. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Blunt, the lone running back. Now Brady. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Brady gives now to Blunt. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. But it's brought in by Washington. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Now Brady. That's caught at the 2.
Oh, Miami.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Come on, y'all, lie. I'm gonna fly it. Hold on, halfway.
And Brady will sneak it. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Tom Brady, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away from going out in front.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? 1st and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
And he knocks it through.
Anyway.
A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Quan Bray now to return this football. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Big Terrence Knighton able to get him on the ground. And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
More now. Drops it off to Ajayi. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Now Moore. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. 10 yards still left on second down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
He's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking a hit, but incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got time.
Oh my God, look at why. Okay.
They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. That's a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think that
he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Why hit field away at me? I lost that down.
The Patriots gearing up to go now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Oh my God.
A great read, and it's picked off. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
All right, here we go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. The tight end
Oh my
God. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That is caught right
Oh,
at the 10-yard
yeah.
line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll look to throw here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jabal Sheard in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And
Nope.
the clock will stop as he's able to get
Here,
up and
he
strike
go
it here.
halftime.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. Both teams have had their moments so far today, and that's why we have a tight game on our hands. We'll have to see if either side can take control in the second half. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Patriots line up at the 8. Brady's...
Yeah, that's perfect. 2, Davis, deep. Hey, I gotta go. Okay, and sorry about that. Didn't know Larry got cut off early. We are back and ready for the third quarter. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay.
Oh, yeah.
The separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. More now. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
What happened? I don't want to hear it.
Cameron, the intended target, and it's second down.
Yeah, Cowboy. Don't be fine, nothing. Well, Cowboy might make a layup.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the catch made by
Yeah.
Carew. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Give him a couple on the carry there, second and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now Moore. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. So third down. They need to get to the 28 for a first.
And not let him hit his vehicle away. Him might be right outside vehicle right now.
Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And Cameron hands it over the middle. Good defense.
Might be a wall here, huh?
It'll be fourth down.
They fly for it,
Good
too.
defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a
Oh,
chance.
yeah.
So 3
Lucky.
field goals for him here, and this last one helps him
Nice
stretch
for
out the
him
lead.
now.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins defense, they get set to go here. And the interception the last time, their third takeaway of the game, Charles.
They're just flocking to the football so well. And not only are they doing that, they're making big-time plays and taking it away from them. Big hits, big plays. They're looking very good in this ball game.
You said flocking, flying to the football. Coaches always use that, don't they?
They really do. It's almost, it goes back to the old, when they click off the frame at the end of a play,
Okay,
they want to see all of 11 defensive guys in that picture.
13 yards there on the pickup, and it gives the Pats a first down. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
That wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from. I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. They will find his man. It's Hogan complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Into the red zone. It's Brady.
Oh my God.
Come on. 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Here's a handoff to a Giant to begin the drive. They had a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him down at the 1-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy this position, no matter what, whether he's running it in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of the play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And quickly, they get to the line.
He's
over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. Tom Brady, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. So he's able to sneak it in, and credit to the guys up front.
Oh, without a doubt, because they have the leverage on this play. We always talk about low man wins and one-on-one battles. That's exactly what happened there. Their offensive line, lower than the defensive front.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away.
Nice hit.
Fielded about a yard deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. So now here come the Dolphins. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 on the pickup there. And it's first down, Miami.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with back now in Miami. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Here we go now. Blue line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
They set up the screen to Ajayi. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you gotta like the look of
Hey,
it
man,
because so
going
many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And no move to get
Oh
the
my God, he's
offense
going
off the
for
field.
it.
They'll stay put on 4th and 1. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And
you kidding me?
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Let's go. Blue line.
More now. Over the middle, able to find Carew. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
He was trying to get it to Jay Ajayi there out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion.
Let's go. Blue line.
Now Moore.
Oh my, how you...
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 50.
They run with Ajayi. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And this seemingly endless drive continues. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out. Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Here we go now. Blue line. Blue line.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This will be caught
Nope.
at about the 5.
We coming now.
4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the 1st down, so you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him
I
out.
don't know why he did that.
Kept him short of the marker.
I remember being
Oh
told
boy.
that cliches
All I need is a
become
vehicle
so
from where at
for a
me.
reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? But this one wasn't sleeping, maybe it was just
Come on,
slumbering
Tom.
a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them now they stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. They'll look to throw. And right side caught. Hogan.
Yeah, finally.
And with the big gain, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. He's back to throw.
No.
Can't get a throw off. He's taken
No,
down.
no, no,
What a
no.
huge play at this point in the game.
That won't halfway, won't it? No.
So big story here. Tom Brady off to the sidelines. And coming on is the backup quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. Back to throw.
Oh my
Takes a
God.
shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The wideout Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
Yeah.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
They feel away.
Able to get this one down to the 25. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw. Garoppolo. And he's going to find Hogan here. Complete. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Now a carry for Blunt. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Again, here's Blunt. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
First and goal here from the 2. They'll go to Blunt, try and pound it in. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Here we go now.
And now here's a sneak, maybe looking to run a little time. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. Now,
man,
here, we're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So now it's going to come down to the Pro Bowler, Gostkowski. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And off the upright, and it comes in. It's good. The kick is good, and that writes a crazy finish to this one. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room, and then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for New England, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to ever do so. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Miami, they're going to bottom out here to wrap up this very forgettable season at 2-14. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. And with that, we sign off from Miami.
What? Oh. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, what went a car went on the way? That not who. Give me a minute, you high. Oh, see what happened.
Looks like you're talking to both drivers. Helmet off. Yeah, Cody took his helmet off. That's a good sign. So this is all just past the tri-oval on the front stretch before turn one. Really just past the exit of pit road.
They were racing for about the 12th spot there. It was changing so rapidly with double file racing, but they were about...
Wow.
You see Cody climbing out. There's Bobby Gerhart. Okay, walking across the racetrack. Good to see those guys out.
Eight-time winner here at Daytona in ARCA.
But he sure hasn't had much luck lately here at Daytona. That crash stop last year.
So waiting and hoping for a good report on Justin Fontaine now. He was up on his side and rode that way for a little while before he tipped over.
These drivers are required to take a trip to the infield care center. Get checked out.
So we believe just 3 cars involved in this one. And Justin Fontaine, you can see on the double yellow lines, is the one that went over.
Wow.
Remember, these are the older style cars too, Kevin. There's not as much window opening on these cars as there is on the new Cup cars or the composite cars that the ARCA Racing Series runs. So there's only about 16 inches of window opening from the top of the door to the main hoop of the roll cage, or the roof hoop of the roll cage.
And that's a really good sign there. It looks like somebody's talking with Justin down there, and as you said, there's just no way to get out. So it looks like they may have to tip the car back over before he could be extricated.
That's what it looks like they're preparing to do, is to turn that car back over.
That is a mangled race car.
Again, this accident happened with these guys racing for around the 12th spot, so every one of these drivers certainly in contention for a top 10 finish
had they made it to the end,
Yeah, he's gonna with a heart on. Yeah, I'm out.
unfortunately, it didn't happen.
We've seen a lot of single file for a while, but when they get to the later stages, it was 2 by 2 by 2 all the way back, 6, 7, 8 rows deep.
And what a great job of Austin Terrio to wrestle that lead away from Terry Jones. He kept working the high side, working the high side. Finally had enough of an opening. He jumped down in front of Terry. But Terry didn't do anything wrong. Now he held that car wide open from that restart. And Austin just really worked the outside draft and had a little bit of help from behind.
No matter how this turns out, Terry Jones should feel good about how he performed. That was a really good segment of racing there up front.
Terry led 24 laps.
You said he led 3 in his career. 56 starts coming up to this. Great sign. We see Justin Fontaine moving around, and they are going to really nicely put him down gently.
Yeah, you can see right from there to there. It's only about 16 inches. So,
Hmm.
and that side was laying down on the racetrack. So,
This was Justin's first ARCA start. He had a Camping World Truck Series start.
Alright. Not like he okay, I have to.
UNC Charlotte.
Alright, let's see who made it in the playoff. Alright, let's see who made it, and let's see how I'm playing. That was it. I hope he's not out a while. Oh, well, he's not out too. Well, he was only out for half a lap minute I had him. That's two. He's Alright, there we go. Playoff channel. Who made it to the playoff? Oh, we saw. Flint made it. Rattleman made it. Bikehead, Downboy, Wahoo, Tila, Pickle, and Hoyle. And Pissy got him, no? Oh, I hit my actual to. Okay. Oh. Tio, what he no. Rattlehead, he help. Yeah, people it, and went one while, tell what he went, while, Tackle what he knew, Minnesota while, wow, they put one, but he out with a new away, and tell while, tell what he eat, and what he went. Well, there you have it. So our team made a play up. Alright, let's see who's gonna win a wild card. Oh, I hit the next week. And I am playing with a flag. Huh. That me. Wow, the only one who had that New York flag beat Rattlehead. Wow, Minnesota beat a Cowboy. 25 when it hit. Yeah, not Pitbull, he said yeah, when it was. and hold a piece of paper when he had it in his hand. Wow. Only her. I'm way away. Minnesota hit New Orleans. Pittsburgh hit Tampa. And Arizona hit Apple. Well. Anywho. Alright, let's do it. Let's talk a whale. This way.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The winding road to the Super Bowl continues here in the divisional round, where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. It's the Jets going up against the Patriots. With that, we'll send you up to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough as we say hello to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are about an hour's drive southwest of downtown Boston in the area known as Patriot Place, Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
I'm being Larry.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding.
Yep, I'm waiting back. Last two did not move him. They stop.
Throwing on first down is Brady.
Oh, way. Are you kidding me?
The safety, Calvin Pryor, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, that was not a good omen right there. The very first play from scrimmage, and you just want to give yourself a nice, simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
First carry for Matt Forte. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. In the red zone this time.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on the fly. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop.
Leave him wide open.
The ball's out.
Yeah.
Forte loses it, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
And he was knocked down.
They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And Now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Blunt, the lone running back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last
And,
drive.
oh my God.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount.
Wow.
Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And Amendola with a catch. And he's eventually brought down, but not before he reaches the 39, just shy of the 40. Brady now on 1st down. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
There you go. Hit you.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
To throw, it's Brady. He's going to air it out deep for Hogan.
Oh.
He had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. LeGarrette Blount, 32 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots.
Hit one outside. I hit one outside. Why? No, no, what?
Touchdown run by LeGarrette Blount.
Yeah, what? Why?
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. They start on the ground with Forte. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Devin McCourty brings him down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Play action. It's Smith. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Nice.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
3rd and long. It's Smith.
Nope.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
Wow.
This will be fielded at the 17. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. All right, this is a guy that needs no introduction to the league. He has been around quite a while.
And it's good that they have him, because when he looks around his huddle, he may not have guys with the same experience he has. Maybe some of the youngsters, and his veteran leadership should help them along the way.
Brady now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He couldn't hook up with Amendola there, and now it's second down. Blunt, the lone running back. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. To throw is Brady. And he's got it. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. Now blown. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Brady going to throw. And Amendola with a catch. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. Throwing on first down is Brady. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Brady now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. On first down, Brady, his pass caught at the 4. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Here's Blunt. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. And that's caught by Bennett. Touchdown, Patriots. Martellus Bennett from 6 yards away. And the Patriots add on to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But this the old adage, when you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Complete pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL now.
Yeah, you're high. Oh, man, somewhere. Okay.
Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
2 To throw on second down is Smith. On the heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Wilson snags it left side. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that. Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defend you?
End up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Okay.
Starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play caller because that has happened. You lean on it a little bit.
Okay.
Totally away from running the football. But you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well.
Hey.
I don't know about you, but that
Hi.
like old-time football there.
Hi.
It's not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Back to the ground on first, it's Forte. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The safety, Patrick Chung, is the one who makes the stop. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that
Okay.
running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell.
Oh no. Oh my God.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Nick Folk for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Brady now on first down. It's caught outright, Amendola. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And they're going to speed things up here. On first and 10, here's Brady. Wide open receiver complete. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. Brady going to throw.
Damn it.
Intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Calvin Pryor. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On first down, it's Smith.
Oh, almost half him.
He throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
But it's caught. Tompkins. And
I'm
he'll
out
be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Smith throwing again. And he locates Luke Wilson.
Oh my God.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Luke Wilson, 44 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Come on, Tom.
And now out come the Patriots. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling, and I thought, what is he smiling?
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Blunt, the lone running back. Brady now to throw. Muscles him off. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had lost it there. And it'll be second down. Unable to connect on the first down.
Usually I can go one way, but I
I
want
know
to fight
that
a
interception
beautiful
was
way.
dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we got this guy right where we...
Now everything here, we're going to get a timeout by the
And
offense.
beautiful way.
So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Amendola again the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. He's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read.
Oh, no.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
All right, let's roll those highlights. Offense now with the shot after the pick. Forte's going to...
All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. 3rd quarter now. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And the Jets set to take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where
Yeah,
I enjoy talking about one of my favorite
That's what he
subjects.
want as a point of
counters, as I also like to call them. You've done
No.
things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Forte, the lone running back. He's going to get the football. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Calling a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a second and just 3.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Again they run, again it's Forte. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep in the hands of those runners. Keep moving, keep running the clock.
Call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
Throwing now is Gino. Right side, there's Decker. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
On second down, Forte.
Nope.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
They'll try and get it with Forte.
Nope.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. On now is Nick Folk in the field goal unit for the Jets. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Folk's kick is good. But there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defensive position, and he just gets taken out.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Following the penalty, it's Forte. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Oh, never mind.
Offense.
Forte, the lone running back. They'll try the air now with Smith. And to the left side here, Wilson. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
How about the timing on that one? Where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith.
Yeah.
Escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. But they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Going on first down is Brady. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw is Brady. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now they're in the hurry-up. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The new acquisition, Martellus Bennett, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd down following the incompletion. Again, it's Brady. Comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
And they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And incomplete. The contact made the ball go free and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3-and-out.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations.
Wait, not me.
Game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. Following the penalty, it's 4-10. And he loses the football a second time. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
That's what I wanted.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out on the field. Now Brady. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6. They got at least something. They mustered something out of it.
Why?
Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run again with Blunt. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. An extra DB defensively here. Big stop needed on 3rd and goal.
He may be a blitzer.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Calvin Pryor. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well,
I know.
Into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe he's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They go play action here.
Yeah, why
First
also?
down. Wilson snags it left side. It's a gain of 17 that time. And it's first down, New York. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Second down now after the pass completion. Forte.
Are you kidding
He'll
me?
be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On 2nd and 10, Smith. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Amendola's got it complete. It's a pickup of 14 there, and it'll be first down, New England. And quickly, they get to the line. Throwing on first down is Brady. He'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense, but when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
They'll run it here with Blunt. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. And Amendola with the catch. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back to throw. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always...
Oh my
goodness, he loses it again. And his guys are going to take over.
Oh my god, I'm finished with looking at him.
Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free, creating something good for your team.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. He's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. Got a man, it's Amendola.
Yeah.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw. And he can't get it thrown away. He's taken down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. He'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They try again with Lewis. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Back to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they
No,
had
he went
another
out.
one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
Yeah, out. Yep.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. Now Brady, and he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
No.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. And we may very well be headed to overtime. That time a 9-play drive. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. It's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out here in the eye. They stay on the ground. Forte again. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now whistles blow and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on third down.
Yeah, another DB. Again, this is Forte. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer.
Time.
So we saw a lot of points. Overtime comes. The defenses, they clamp down.
Rather amazing, isn't it? Because would you have even thought that we'd get to overtime after what we witnessed for 4 quarters?
Not at all.
And have 0 points on either side? Not a chance, right? And somehow it happened. We always talk about making adjustments. Maybe both defenses took 4 full quarters in order to get an adjustment. Got one good period in for both defenses, and now they go home. You buying tonight?
I thought it was you. I did last week. I did the last 2 weeks.
Oh, I was trying to go for 3.
Dinner on you, my good
Trying
man.
to go for 3.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st down, this is Forte. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
3rd down, here's Forte.
Oh my
And
God.
he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here we go with 2nd and 7.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because then you have the ball.
Minute 1.
And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
The linebacker, Jonathan Franny, makes the stop.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And this is caught. First catch by Brandon Marshall. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Yeah.
So holding by the offense and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Third and long, it's Smith. And it goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll be left with 2 remaining here in this overtime session. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Here's Brandon Fields now. On for a very important punt here in overtime.
On the
And that'll
line.
hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here comes the Jets defense as they ready themselves. And a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe need to refocus a little bit.
And make sure that they don't start finger pointing with each other, because oftentimes when a touchdown's given up, you say, okay, where did that happen? Who broke down? Who gave it up? Instead, just go back out
We
to
need
be a
to
unit
feel
again.
home, man. We can win with a feel
Let's
home.
see if they can play a little bit better on this drive. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing now is Brady. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. On first down, Brady. And he's got Amendola on the connection. And brought down,
Hopefully,
but not before
after.
they're inside the 25.
Holding offense.
Ah, enemy.
So that... So 20 yards to go here on first down.
Oh.
To throw is Brady. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. That puts a good dent into their first down setback. It's a pickup of 16. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here.
How many
Instead,
here?
it'll give him another shot on third down.
Well, he did almost everything
Oh, wait, no,
right.
it's no how.
Excellent
Never mind.
coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Oh, so close, but incomplete. Could have been a big turnover in overtime if he'd held on. Instead, though, it's 4th down.
You know what?
He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him,
I know I'm
he's obviously
lazy.
gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
They'll go for it. It's Brady.
Oh,
Incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got
No,
there, how it
I knew I could
happened.
have.
They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Now Gino on first down. A dump off to Forte. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Michael
It's a
Renault
gain
on
of
the side.
6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
So
I
many
don't want
times
to
you hear
fit on the
today's
side.
NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just
Eh,
swing it out to
we
your
know
runner,
all the
get him out in the
time.
flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So we saw a lot of points. Overtime comes. The defenses, they clamp down.
Rather amazing, isn't it? Because would you have even thought that we'd get to overtime after what we witnessed for 4 quarters?
Not at all.
And have 0 points on either side? Not a chance, right? And somehow it happened. We always talk about making adjustments. Maybe both defenses took 4 full quarters in order to get an adjustment. Got one good period in for both defenses, and now they go home. You buying tonight?
I thought it was you. I did last week. I did the last 2 weeks.
I was trying to go
Dinner on you, my good.
Trying to go
Not
for
with
three.
a field goal
15
for him
yards
and
here
win.
for number 15. They'll run with Forte. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A gain of 3, second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
They'll give it up to Forte. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Forte, the lone running back. And they'll give it to him here. And the ball's out. Forte loses it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yards, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. This is the running back, Powell. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So here now is the kicker, Nick Folk. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. And the kick.
I know, I hear it, but I don't want to. Let me put it on that part on it. Okay, who's away here right now? I'm gonna fly him one more time before I wake him up. Yeah, he might now. He might go.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now. 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Jets going up against the Patriots. The opening kick is straight ahead, so it's time to turn it over to my colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with the call. Gentlemen.
All right, Larry, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
And now here's Ross. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's Matt Forte with his first carry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
No way.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
It's hauled in by Devin Smith. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
They'll run it now. Out of gone. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. So on fourth down, here's Brandon Fields to kick this one away. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Oh, no.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Throwing on first down is Brady. And he finds Danny Amendola. And they're going to get this one up past the 25. It's a gain of 21 that time. And that's good for a New England first down. On first and 10, here's Brady. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Brady now on first down. Amendola's got it complete. And he's brought down. They give him 15 more, and it's another first down. On first down, Brady. And it's caught here, Amendola. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Yeah.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
So now it's first and goal. Brady gives now to Blunt. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And they'll go with the ground attack here. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal. To throw, it's Brady. His pass at the 4. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. Fourth and goal from the 3. Here's the battering Ram Blunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. Blunt turned away on fourth and goal. And the Jets are going to get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, here's Smith. Wilson snags it left side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. A running play now for 14.
I don't think he got it. Nope.
That'll mean a call to the punt team.
Oh.
It's fourth down.
Oh, what?
Here's Brandon Fields now, standing just outside his own goal line. Taking it about the 16. Oh, little 360.
Nice.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field.
No.
So the Patriots coming out now. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. It's caught. All right, Amendola. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Blunt, the lone running back. Throwing on first down is Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. On first and 10, here's Brady. And free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Oh, hi.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Now Brady again. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before
what do you mean? Oh my god.
We have played a quarter here in this AFC. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Now a carry for Blunt. Give him 3 on the gain there, second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's third and goal. Brady's going to sneak it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal.
There we go.
They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Jets are going to get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Confidence is sky high because mentally you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Are you kidding me?
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. They come up in an offset eye. Here's Forte. And he's going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
Alright, what went out for me? Well.
And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They got 18 yards out of that. Into the red zone, it's Brady. This will be caught at about the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the 1st down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning, and then it's about execution. So put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
Come on, halfway, you can do it.
And Brady will sneak it. And he is not going to get in as the big body stop him at the 1. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless 1st half. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Larry Ridley at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They come out here in the eye. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. Trying to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front.
Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From his goal line here, Smith. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete.
Oh, shit.
Now it's 3rd down.
Like
he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
Holy hoo-yah,
And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again. Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On the toss, this is Blunt. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. And now they're in the hurry-up. Again, here's Blunt. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are. But on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are. And that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
Now, it'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a jet shake it up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. And not great starting field position here for the offense. The drive begins with a run by Forte.
Halftime, nothing.
For a loss at the 5-yard line. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup, as we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA halftime report.
Nothing on
Defense has been the name of the game. It's not often you see a matchup where both sides can't find a way to get on the scoreboard. We'll have to see if the offense picks up in the second half. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half.
And apparently that's all, Larry. So much for the halftime report. We'll see you in the postgame. We're ready to get to the 3rd quarter.
Wow.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense.
Wow, I hit a full down.
Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st down, Brady. And his throw here is incomplete. Amendola again the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Given 4 on the ground there, they're now left with 3rd and 6. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. And quickly they get to the line. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Amendola. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
Come on.
Brady now on 1st down. And is caught right at the 10-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and they'll have it first and goal.
Yeah, oh, why,
Now Blunt. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try to help against the run.
Second and goal to go now. Now Lewis.
Oh.
The D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And he is
finally, Tom Brady.
New England. Tom Brady scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Pats able to cash in for 6.
Pardon me, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterback, so they get low the line.
Really?
Is the quarterback's job just to find the crease and dive?
Find a crease and just get in there. Ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is taken at his 4.
Oh.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20
Ow.
at about the 21-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
This is Forte. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Got a man, he hits him in stride. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. So he makes the grab and the change move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Now Gino on 1st down. Over the middle here to Wilson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught.
He hit it one way.
Run after the catch.
Yep.
They go back to the ground attack here. It's Forte. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Back now in Foxborough. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Forte, the lone running back. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going deep now for Decker. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown,
oh my God.
Eric Decker,
Come
35 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender,
how
we're
long
leaving.
he was
And that's
it?
exactly
Okay,
what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Wow.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
It's a pickup of 19, and it'll give the Patriots a first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Brady to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Hogan. He's got it at the 15.
Oh, we here on the team. We here on the team.
Holding offense.
Ah, I hate it.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. Brady going to throw. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. Second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now Brady throwing on second down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Throwing on first down is Brady.
Oh,
And it's incomplete. Amendola again the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Here's Blunt. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. A couple of Jets there in on the stop. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Brady. He's got the 10 in Harbor. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. And he'll give it here to his running back.
now.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. LeGarrette Blount, 26 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
There we go.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Jets. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Third down now following the completed pass.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or no escaping this time. He'll go down. They got him for a sack.
I will go for it. No, he not.
And he's sacked for a loss of 12. Here's Brandon Fields now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 51 yards on the punt.
Time to fly him away from slot and make New York use both-way timeout.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Brady will try again on second down. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Nice. And New York is not throwing your timeout. 2-minute warning.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw, it's Brady. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Blunt, the lone running back. Now Brady. And it's caught here.
And timeout.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Oh, never mind. No.
So they're operating in the red zone.
Okay, I'm back. Hi. Alright.
Brady gonna look to throw.
Oh no! Why?
Picked off by the safety. Not surprised with the lead in a one-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Back to throw.
Oh no. Oh. They hold New York way like it.
Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down.
Yeah, I'm a corner.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense.
How did New York not move a timeout? Well.
Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. Back to throw. Can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now they're in the hurry-up. He's back to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. It's another one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Hi.
He'll look to throw to Decker over the middle.
Oh hell, he has to go for it.
Whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down.
How he
27 yards on the game there.
Oh my
and the decision
God.
to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds.
What was that? Was he trying to fight it or something?
Loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The hell?
They're going to hurry back to the line now. And the spike
Now he
comes
fight
down
it.
with
Go
just
now.
under 40 ticks left. Looks like they might be expecting a pass, an extra DB in on 3rd and goal.
That's how the game has changed. Now we think pass first, even in goal line situations.
Well, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken
Please be
down.
on the team. Not me.
Holding offense.
Yeah. You know what? I'm reporting Nike.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Gotta try it here. It's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon,
Yeah,
offensively, this has
won't
been
be.
a tough day for him.
Damn
Trying to
all.
find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And the Patriots gearing up to go now. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management.
And
Oh
look
my
at this.
God.
They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Holding defense.
And now he hit one more fly up there. Oh my God.
Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball.
And he don't have more.
Everything here,
Higher
we're gonna get a
timeout from New
timeout
York.
by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now it's Smith.
Incomplete.
And we're down to 8
It went.
seconds now. They were looking for Marshall that time, and now it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route.
Game over.
Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not
I'm
there,
not gonna
but he
do it.
throws it anyway.
The only game on, I'm not gonna do it.
Brady gonna throw here. And he's gonna go down.
Okay, well, that didn't work, but game on, I think it
It's a
win.
sack. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
I'm gonna hit highlight. Alright. See what I'm moving on to the AFC Regiment with him. Yeah, people are flaming down. Ah. Ah, Papa. Papa. Alright. Alright, well. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna hit my stream. I'm gonna hit where you want. You now can't wait. Support wait here. I'll hit you high for water. And I'm hoping you guys in the next stream. Bye, everybody.